Here we are again, people. Welcome to the finale of my Pokemon Crystal badge quest. This quest began back in August of 2025, almost a year ago now. So let's just get started. Our final hunt of this quest is going to be for the cover legendary Suicune, because I lack any sort of creativity or originality, but also because in Crystal, Suicune isn't a roamer, so it's just a standard soft reset hunt, making it much less annoying. Suicune's sprite in Gen 2 is also unique to this generation, with more of a light purple colour, which was changed to a light blue in Generation 3, and has been that way ever since. To set up for this hunt, we first had to take down Team Rocket at the radio tower, so we could obtain the clear bell from the director. Showing the bell to the wise trio grants us access to the tin tower where Suicune is waiting for us. Now we're all ready, let's begin my shiny hunt for Suicune, the 8th and final hunt of my Pokemon Crystal badge quest. Hello, it's the 22nd of May, no it's not, it's 22nd of May. And it's the beginning of the end. We're starting the 8th and final hunt of this Crystal badge quest. As I should have explained in the intro, we're going for Suicune. Here we are at the Tin Tower, all set up. I apologise if you can hear the fan in the background. It's getting to that time of year again in the UK where it just gets unreasonably warm for like 2 weeks. But yeah, this is a standard full odds soft reset hunt, 1 in 8192. The resets aren't too long, and I'm also going to be doing a couple of things to make it a little bit more simple. So I'm on my GB, what's it called? The Funny Playing Game Boy Color right now. Probably going to switch over to my GB operator for the rest of today to hunt while I'm at my desk, just because it makes soft resets a bit more comfortable. And then when I'm out and about, I'll probably be on my analog pocket for a couple of reasons. So, because we're not as far in the game as I should be, I can't get the Master Ball yet. To get the Master Ball, you have to beat the 8th gym and then go back to Professor Elm to get it. And that's the one rule I will not break on badge quests, even though I am well known for breaking the rules. I will not break the one fundamental rule of you have to catch the shiny before you get the badge. So I've stocked up on Pokeballs, Great Balls and Ultra Balls, and we've got Karina at the front of the party, which knows Sleep Powder, so we can put Suicune to sleep. I've been looking on like some catch rate websites and stuff, catch rate calculators, and even at 1% health asleep, it's only like a 5% chance of catching with a Great Ball or an Ultra Ball. So I might just end up going for the sleep, because with the sleep it's 4% and with 1% health it's 5%. So I'm just going to go for the sleep because it just seems the easiest. Fingers crossed that we get it. But that's why I also want to hunt on my desk on my Game Boy operator, and then also hunt while I'm out on my analog pocket, because then if I do get the shiny, I can do a save state, and even with the Game Boy operator you can do rewinds. So I've mentioned this before, I'm not the type of shiny hunter who gets a thrill from potentially losing a shiny, but yeah, just wanted to make that apparent that the catch for this is going to be a bit more tricky than usual. But yeah, today I'm not doing much. It's going to be a pretty chill day. In fact, while I'm doing this, I'm going to show you a reset. So yeah, this is, you walk in here into the Tin Tower, enter ErynRico, jump off, Suicune jumps towards you, enter in the battle, see if it's shiny. It is not, and soft reset. So yeah, the resets aren't super bad. But yeah, I'm not really doing much today. I'm just going to be sat home doing note. But this weekend, this bank holiday weekend, there's going to be quite a lot going on. It's tomorrow after work. I'm heading off into the city to see Carl, going to a gig. Sunday, me, Carl and my other friend Rob are off to just go for a bit of a walk. And then on Monday, me and my brothers are going into the city because it's a bank holiday, so we're going to go do some street photography and just go for a wander. So there's actually going to be quite a lot to film for once. I feel like the past few badge quest videos have been really lackluster when it comes to like a variety of footage, and yeah, I guess the next thing you'll see is probably me leaving work on Saturday. But yeah, it's the start of the end. I have many thoughts on this Crystal quest, but we'll leave them for the end. But yeah, hopefully this doesn't take too long. My past few soft reset hunts have been very forgiving with me, so I feel like this one's going to be very unforgiving, but yeah. I hunted pretty solidly on the first day, hitting 300 resets by the end, and now transition to the next day. Right, it's the 23rd. I told you that first day was going to be short. Just finished work. Off to the train station. The gig doesn't start till about 7 p.m. So just going to chill, get some food and chat nonsense. And then go see MC Devvo. We got to 300 resets yesterday. Not too bad to say. I wasn't really hunting that much. But I'm going to be hunting pretty consistently for the rest of the afternoon/evening while we're chilling and before the gig starts. But yeah, I'm pretty interested to see how this gig's going to go. It's either going to be really crap or really funny. And it depends on how big the crowd is and what the energy's like. But yeah, let's just head off. After arriving in the magical city of Bradford, me and Carl chilled with a few drinks while I did some soft resets, in preparation for the MC Devvo gig. For those unfamiliar, Devvo is a super old internet character that a lot of people in the UK will probably have some fond memories of. This was a character that me and Carl bonded over when we first met, so when Devvo announced he was doing his final ever tour, we obviously had to go. I didn't manage to get many resets done at the gig as my screen was way too bright, even in the lowest setting at the pub. But we weren't waiting that long for Devvo to get on stage. My phone mic doesn't do this gig justice because the sound live was horrific. It sounded like he was underwater for almost the entire gig, but the crowd was really good, which more than made up for it.
You're singing out for free, country. I'm Yorkshire till I die, Yorkshire till I die, I'm Yorkshire till I die, I'm Yorkshire till I die, I'm Yorkshire till I die.
The gig was fun for the nostalgia and the memes, and it was just a fun night overall in general. Oh, now. Devvo was pretty good. I think I've got, what? Might not be able to see it. 611 resets. Didn't end up hunting much on the train, just because it was proper delayed, and I'm really tired. I've got to get up for work in the morning. So, I'm just going to call it a night. This weekend was a packed one and also an exhausting one, as the next day I was out again for a nice countryside walk with my mates Rob and Carl. Bear in mind, I had been awake since 6 AM both days, on my feet all day at work, so I was pretty dead, but pushed through for the beautiful views, and we were also in the middle of a heat wave. This song has like 2 billion views on YouTube. We walked for around 3 hours, conquering an extremely awful hill, going past my old work, and seeing a car filled with a family that all looked exactly the same, with an extremely creepy smile, all staring at us as they drove past. Yes, that is actually something that really happened. After enjoying a succulent Chinese meal, we retired to the pub for the night, where I got a good amount of resets in, and we also heard a certified Scarlet and Violet banger on the radio. I don't know if you can tell, but I have sustained injury. I'm limping a bit. It was a good night, it was a good walk. Didn't do much hunting on the actual walk because it was too hot. I did a little bit at the bar and just chilled out really. Got an extra 100 encounters in. We're on 700 now. 700 resets. Me and my brothers are going to be possibly going out tomorrow. Just depends what the weather's like and what my ankle's like in the morning. We'll see what happens. But yeah, good weekend. Thumbs up. See you in 2 seconds. On the 25th, we were setting off for a day out at the seaside on a beautiful bank holiday Monday. Let's go! Welcome to Blackpool. We're in Blackpool. Yeah, we didn't end up going to Blackpool. The motorway was rammed, so we decided to just have a barbecue at home instead. I sat outside in the garden as the inside was far too warm and just enjoyed listening to some tunes and getting a good amount of resets in, hitting 1,000 resets. The next day was exactly the same. I was out in the garden from the moment I woke up. While in town the previous day, I managed to find some new Mountain Dew flavours at a corner shop. So we're going back to the old Omega Ruby roots and doing some Dew taste tests. I'm just charging the analog pocket because it was dying. I'm on 1,200 resets currently. And when we were in Huddersfield yesterday, I found some new Dews. So we're going to try them. I picked them all out because I was like, oh, this one's new and this one's new. And I thought this one was new, but it's just new packaging. It's the Voltage flavour. I have tried this already on the Ruby Quest, but I will drink it and I'll give another review. Baja Citrus, which is like Baja Blast but with orange. I tried the mango and then the berries one, the Point Break one, but dragon fruit. Not really ever had anything dragon fruit flavoured. We're going to try this one first. Oh, it's like a peachy colour. It's not like American Fanta where it's like nuclear orange. Let's give it a swoosh. I mean, yeah. This tastes like Baja Blast with a very slight hint of orange. You know, 7.5. It's nice enough. It kind of just, I expect when I drank it, I expected an Iron Brew taste, and it was weird when there wasn't one. For the rest of the day, I literally just sat out in the garden, hunting and chilling all day. There were also some really cool looking clouds, so I took lots of videos of the sky. By the end of the day, I'd hit 1,700 resets, and the heat wave was finally starting to pass over, so I could finally return to the safety of my Weeaboo hideaway. Hello, it's the 27th of May. I was going to say March. Yesterday we got to 1,700 resets. I was going pretty ham yesterday, chilling in the sun. But luckily it's cooled down a bit now. We've still got the fan on, but it's cooled down a fair bit. Actually, it was pretty cool last night. Managed to actually get some decent sleep for once. But I might still sit outside because it's still like sunny, but there's a nice breeze and all that. And I'm just going to continue hunting throughout the week. Don't know if I'll vlog every day, like film every single day, because now I'm just going to be sitting around at my desk or outside just resetting. I'm trying to get as many resets done as I can because next week, Wednesday, I think, it's Ranch Week, and then it's Charlie's event, the Cystic Fibrosis Week. That's like 2 weeks, and then it's going to be Safari Week not long after that. So I'm going to try and get as many resets as I can for Suicune before then, because Suicune's going to end up being put on hold for like a month and a half. The first event starts and there's like a big chain reaction, and then it's probably going to be Fossil Week again in August, no doubt. So yeah, there's a little update. I'm enjoying the resets so far. They're pretty quick, pretty chill, pretty nice. Yeah, just see what happens, innit? Again, just another day, fully locked in hunting, enjoying some of the cooler outside, as well as hunting inside on my PC via my GB operator. I also took the time to try the next of the new Dews. Let's try the Voltage again, even though we've had it before. So it's probably just going to taste like blue raspberry. Yes, not as strong as I remember. 7 out of 10. Just a really chill day, to be honest. Nothing interesting really happened, and we ended the day on 2,500 resets for the shiny dog. Final Mountain Dew taste test. Dragon fruit. I've never had dragon fruit ever, but this doesn't contain any dragon fruit juice, so it doesn't matter. What colour is it? It's like blood red. Let's try. It smells nice. Yeah, that's quite nice, actually. It's kind of like citrusy, berry. I mean, what type of a fruit is a dragon fruit? Is it like a guava? That's very, very nice. I quite like that. That's like a 8.5, maybe 8.8. Very good. Thumbs up. That's like one of the best ones. I settled down for another chill day of hunting at my PC, but that Mountain Dew must have been blessed, because only a few hours after consuming the beverage, we had our shiny. You probably saw a clip earlier of me just hunting right now. Oh no, you will have seen me trying that Mountain Dew. I'm just watching some adventures, and I was very, very zoned out, just hunting away. The colour isn't great on this camera, but that is shiny Suicune on my Game Boy operator, and that was 2,630 resets, which is around a quarter of the odds. I am going to save state that. Yeah, just full odds. I have no words. Like almost every hunt for this quest has just been under odds, and I just do not understand my luck sometimes. Well, obviously I can't take the cartridge out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open OBS and we'll catch it from there, and then you just get a bit of a cleaner setup. So give me 1 sec. Okay, so we want to put this thing to sleep. So, when Suicune is asleep, using an Ultra Ball, it's around a 5% chance for capture. If it's at 1% health, it increases it to 6%, but that's pretty much as high as we can go. So I'm not going to bother trying to lower its health. I'm just going to go sleep, and we're just going to chuck balls at this thing until it decides to stay. So this is going to be a bit of an endurance test, but hopefully I've got enough balls to get through. So I'll probably just speed this bit up, or just cut to whenever it decides to stay in, because this is going to take a while. Hey, at least it's just using Rain Dance. We're not taking any damage. Getting lucky with these sleep powders. Yes! Oh, thank God. Oh, I felt the longest 10 minutes of my life. Oh, it's done. I thought this was going to be the worst hunt. I thought this was going to take weeks. And it has taken us less than a week. That is ridiculous. Right, let's name this thing. Suicune. This divine Pokemon blows around the world, always in search of a pure reservoir. Fair enough. And there it is. Shiny Suicune. It looks so good. I always thought the Shiny Suicune was like a subtle one. I'd say in the later games it's definitely like a little bit more subtle, just with the... It has quite a different shiny sprite in the later games. But in this one it looks awesome, like just the really pale purple, like looks like it is almost like made of ice. It's really, really cool how they did the shiny sprite in this game. So awesome. And as always, I don't have a name. We have just recently gone through the heat wave in the UK, so I might call it Heat Wave. Just so I always remember that I caught this thing during the 2026 May heat wave. So yeah, let's go for Heat Wave. I think that's pretty good. And that's been sent to the PC. It's too awesome! I've never seen a battle that great. It wasn't really much of a battle, it was more just me trying to catch it. That was truly inspiring to see. Suicune was tough, but you were even tougher. Even more incredible. I heard Suicune's mystic power summons a rainbow-coloured Pokemon. Maybe, just maybe, what went on today will cause that Pokemon to appear. Going to study the legends more. Thanks for showing me that fantastic battle. Later, Tomerey. And then we will jump over to the Analog Pocket, because obviously I couldn't catch it on the Analog Pocket because I was using my GB operator, and I couldn't, I wasn't at a point where I could save. So we'll jump back over to the handheld, and I'll show this thing off. And then... Right, Heat Wave. Let's take a look. There it is. It looks so good. It's such a good sprite. It's so good. And there you go, there's all of its stat nonsense. It's got Leer, Bubble Beam, Rain Dance and Gust. Not the most diverse moveset, but this thing's going to be very useful for Lance in the Elite Four. Right, well, I guess we'll go show it off in battle then. That is it. That is all 8 shinies of the Crystal Quest. Got a normal Pidgeotto there. That looks pretty sick. The funny thing as well is I didn't even see the sparkle, like, because I was looking away. Like I say, I was just zoned out completely, turned back, and was like, oh, it's shiny. Let's go for a Bubble Beam. Very swag. Right, well, I guess I will... Dunno, I guess I'll start making my way over to the next city. But before I do that, I guess I'll show it off in 3D. I don't think I've actually seen the model. A few of them I had seen the model beforehand. I don't think I've seen the model. But yeah, we'll jump over to 3D. And yeah, I genuinely cannot believe it. I can't believe it. I don't believe it. Yeah, I guess the plan now is show it off in 3D. Go get the 8th and final badge. And then we'll start making our way to the Pokemon League. And my plan is to stream the Elite Four, because I've never actually done it before. My Omega Ruby quest, obviously I did the Elite Four at MCM Comic Con. That was where I finished the game. The Sword quest, I just finished on a random day where we went to Blackpool, and it's like some of the worst footage I've ever recorded. I'm really not happy about how I ended that one. So I thought I'd end this one a bit differently. Stream it so people can watch it, because I know that a lot of people have really liked the Crystal Quest, because obviously a lot of my audience is like, the old heads were all the Gen 1ers, the Gen 2ers, the nostalgia nerds. So I think people have really enjoyed the Crystal Quest especially, even though I might have differing thoughts on it, but I'll speak about that in my big rant I always do at the end of all of these quests. Yeah, I guess jump over to N64 and then go get this 8th badge. Right. 3D Suicune time.
Involving the hopeful champs of tomorrow has just started.
Whoa, big Suicune. And the computer's got our first shiny of this quest, Miku. It's a bit more accurate. It's definitely more saturated on the actual TV. That looks pretty cool. I mean, I don't know what the normal 3D model of Suicune looks like, but I know it's definitely not like that. Definitely not super accurate to the in-game sprite, but it still looks pretty cool. And it does actually, I know in Colosseum, because this is probably the same model that they used in Colosseum, the Colosseum colours are actually vastly different from not just this 3D model, but also just the shiny sprite in general, because the shiny sprite for Suicune changed quite drastically in Gen 3 games from Gen 2, but I think I personally prefer it in Gen 2. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Quite like the way the crystal shines and glistens. Pretty cool. Right, let's do our last little fight of the 3D mode. Also, you might see that the Suicune's a bit higher level than it was earlier. You can tell when I'm actually recording this. It's trying to Aurora Beam.
Here's the first move. That was weak.
Not very effective.
What will the trainer do now?
I don't think we've really got anything that can best for Alligator, in all honesty. Let's just go for an Icy Wind just so we can see the different moves. Got a crit though. Nice. Yeah, looks cool. Right, well, that is the last of our 3D showcases of the Crystal Badge Quest. Let's crack on and get this 8th and final badge. Making my way to the 8th gym was an absolute joy as it involved ice puzzles, which I am a massive fan of. I definitely didn't use a guide, but we did eventually make it to Blackthorn City and wasted no time heading straight for the gym to take on Claire. This fight was a fairly easy one with Suicune's ice moves, but her Dragonairs kept paralysing me. It's just one of those things where you remove the paralysis and then they just keep doing it over and over, so I was just rolling the dice while paralysed, trying to get my hits in. Those Dragonairs gave me way more trouble than her Ace Kingdra, which went down extremely easy with Meganium tagging in to help Suicune, and with that, we had our 8th and final badge. Oh wait, I lied. Before Claire would give us the badge, we had to head into the Dragon's Den to take on a few more trainers and cheat on our test of Pokemon companionship. Then, Claire finally gave us our 8th and final gym badge. Right, there we go. All 8 badges have been obtained. So now I've just got to make my way to the Pokemon League. And then, yeah, we'll be doing the Elite Four live on stream. I'm pretty sure we can just head straight there, so let's go. This was the victory lap. I made my way all the way back to New Barktown, popped into the lab to see where this all started, and received the Master Ball from Professor Elm. Could have done with that earlier, but oh well, cheers pal. While making our way through Victory Road, we bumped into our rival one final time, and I gave him a proper good thrashing. And it's also very good to see that he hasn't learned anything at all. Also, you might see in the background of this clip that I am at Weatherspoons. Me and Adam went to go see the back rooms. It was fairly decent. And with the help of the 3 for £15 small plates, Victory Road was conquered. And I was ready for the Pokemon League, which I was going to fully stream live. Right, hello gamers. I didn't definitely just intro this like 20 minutes ago, but here we are at the end of the Pokemon Crystal Badge Quest. It's currently the 10th of June 2026. I started this quest back in August 13th of last year. We have done a total of 8 different shiny hunts, which if you've watched the series, you will have seen all of them. And here we are at the Elite Four, ready to wrap this all up. So here is the team we're going to be going into the Elite Four with. We've got Heatwave, the shiny Suicune. We've got Miku, the shiny Feraligatr. Oh, sorry, Heatwave was the 8th hunt as well. Miku was the 1st hunt. We've got Moist the Meganium, which was the 6th hunt. Grass the Espeon, which was the 5th hunt. Frango's the Typhlosion, which was the 7th hunt. And Gaslight the Hitmontop, which was the 4th hunt. Obviously, we can only take 6 members into the Elite Four. So Quagsire, Mari the Quagsire, and Harina the Jumpluff are in the PC. Are yous ready? Let's do... Allow me to introduce myself. I am Will. I've trained all around the world, making my psychic Pokemon powerful, and at last I've been accepted into the Elite Four. I can only keep getting better. Losing is not an option. Right, let's do this. Let's do it for real this time. False start. Right, first one down. First member of the Elite Four down. I can't believe it. I don't believe it. Even though I was defeated, I won't change my course. I will continue battling until I stand above all trainers. Now, Tomerey, move on and experience the true ferocity of the Elite Four. Wahaha, I am Koga of the Elite Four. I live in the shadows, a ninja. My intricate style will confound and destroy you. Confusion, sleep, poison. Prepare to be a victim of my sinister technique. Well, I hope not. Pokemon is not merely about brute force. You shall see soon enough. Right. Koga is done. Second Elite Four member is done. You have proven your worth. Here's $4,000. I subjected you to everything I could muster. You didn't even use one poison move. But my efforts failed. I must hone my skills. Go on to the next room and put your abilities to the test. Right. I am Bruno of the Elite Four. I always train to be the extreme because I believe in our potential. That is how we become strong. Can you withstand our power? I see no fear in you. You look determined, perfect for battle. Ready, Tomerey? You will bow down to our overwhelming power. Hoo-ha! Nice. Why? How could we lose? It's $4,000. Having lost, I have no right to say anything. Go face your next challenge.
I mean, you said something.
I am Karen of the Elite Four. You are Tomerey? How amusing. I love dark-type Pokemon. I find their wild, tough image to be so appealing and they're so strong. Think you can just take them? Just try to entertain me. Let's go!
Alright, calm down, Karen.
Okay, GG's. That's the Elite Four done. Just Lance now. Waterfall is like 80 power, 100% accuracy. Fairs. Right, there we go.
I think it would have been better if we just used counter.
There we go.
Seems to be doing work.
Aren't you good? I like that in a trainer. Strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon. That is only the selfish perception of people. Truly skilled trainers should try to win with their favourites. I like your style. You understand what's important. Go on, the champion is waiting. It's time to face Lance. I've been waiting for you, Tomerey. I knew that you, with your skills, would eventually reach me here. There's no need for words now. We will battle to determine who is the stronger of the two of us. As the most powerful trainer and as the Pokemon League champion, I, Lance, the Dragon Master, accept your challenge. Lance is the Dragonborn. Right, this is either going to be, like, really annoying or, like, I don't know, even.
Kind of like a buddy dragon cosplayer.
All I know is that he's got 3 Dragonites, I'm fairly certain.
Nice.
Right, Laser beam. Wow, that did bugger all.
The beats, mate.
Right, yeah, the strongest grass I've got is bloody razor leaf. Amazing.
Almost as good as no hit swab.
Right, that's fine.
Amazing.
Right, so I'm pretty sure he's got like 2 Dragonairs and 3 Dragonites. What's next? One of the Dragonites. Right, let's see how well Suicune does, I guess. Because this is kind of what I'm banking on. 3 Dragonites, Charizard, Aerodactyl. Okay, I guess that's not too bad. The Dragonites are what I'm worried about. Let's see how much this does. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, for God's sake. This is what I hate. He's just going to spam this now. And it's not even worth like trying to heal the paralysis because he's just going to use it over and over and over again. So I'm just going to try and get through it. And I do have some full restores, which... Oh, nice. Right, okay, we got the hit. Cool. Right, Dragonite again. Stay out. So we just got to try and... Oh. Okay, this is going to...
Now extract the Dragon Soul.
This is going to kill. Oh! He just lived and he got the attack off. Nice. Now extract the Dragon Soul. Right, okay, I can use a full restore, remove the paralysis, and get his health back. Right, I guess Icy Wind.
Kicked him out the pool once because of that.
Right, so this is the last Dragonite, level 50. Hello, hey up Gino, how you doing? This is probably not going to do as much as the other ones.
That time.
Yes, bloody hell. Okay. Outrage. It should be fine. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to go for it. Okay. Alright, that's all the Dragonites dealt with. That should be fine, please. Okay, that's fine. Oh, nearly. Icy Wind. So it's just Charizard, which should be easy enough. I'm just glad he didn't use Thunder as much as I was expecting. I guess we'll just go for a Waterfall. Because Charizard is not Dragon type. Okay, he's probably going to heal. this shouldn't do too much. Oh no, it didn't heal. Oh, fair enough. Right, well, I think that's a GG's. GG's!
Oh, I forgot to put the amount. I'm an idiot.
We did it! Champion Lance was defeated. Let's go, LFG. The Dragonborn is gone. But it's an odd feeling. I'm not angry that I lost. In fact, I feel happy.
Yeah.
I am happy that I witnessed the rise of a great new champion. Tomerey got 5 grand for winning. You have become truly powerful, Tomerey. Your Pokémon have responded to your strong and upstanding nature. As a trainer, you will continue to grow strong with your Pokémon. Oh no, it's all over! Professor Oak, if you weren't so slow! Ah, Tomerey, it's been a long while. You certainly look more impressive. Your conquest of the league is just fantastic. Your dedication, trust, and love for your Pokémon has made this happen. Your Pokémon were outstanding too. You know what I mean? We only used like 3 of them. Because they believed in you as a trainer. They perceived... persevered, sorry. Congratulations, Tomerey. Let's interview the brand new champion. This is getting to be a bit too noisy. Tomerey, could you come with me? Oh wait, we haven't done the interview. Oh, it's the music from the start. Been a long time since I last came here. This is where we honour the league champions for all eternity. Their courageous Pokémon are also inducted. Here today we witness the rise of a new league champion, a trainer who feels compassion for and trust towards all Pokémon. A trainer who succeeded through perseverance and determination. The new league champion who has all the makings of greatness. Tomerey, allow me to register you and your partners as champions. Here we go, the Hall of Fame. Here they all are. Saving record, don't turn off. Here they all are. Suicune, Heatwave the Suicune. We've got Gaslight the Hitmontop, which was useless and we just let it die. We've got Moist the Meganium, which came in useful like once. We've got Miku the Feraligatr, which carried us pretty much through the entire game. We've got Frangos the Typhlosion, which was also pretty useful every now and then. Grasp the Espeon, which carried us through like the first half of the Pokemon League. And there we are! Tomerey. 164 Pokemon seen, 23 Pokemon owned. ID number 18162, playtime 129 hours, 35 minutes. Congratulations, Shears King.
Congratulations!
Professor Oak's rating. You're getting good at this, but you have a long way to go.
I think you just beat the bloody Paul. What the hell does he know?
GG's. We did it.
The credits just stopped and like, Pork just comes out the house.
There you go, everyone. Is that rating based on the Pokédex? Yeah, I assume so, yeah. There you go. That Elite Four was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to struggle a lot more on Lance, but Suicune like pretty much swept. Yeah, there you go. You've all been here to witness the conclusion of it. The end. Well, peeps. Here we are, as usual, at the end of the Pokemon Crystal Badge Quest. Before I get into my thoughts overall on the quest, I will just run you through some of the stats of the hunts. So this quest was started back in August of 2025, and our total playtime was 129 hours and 42 minutes. A lot less than some of my other quests, but like half, if not more than half of the hunts were soft resets. Totodile, our first hunt, was 2,189 resets. Hoppip was 5,245 encounters, random encounters. Wooper was 9,023 random encounters. Tyrogue was 66 odd eggs. Eevee was 4,022 soft resets. Chikorita was 2,097 resets with a total of 12,582 seen, but I'm not going to count that number, I'm just going to count the resets. Cyndaquil was 53 shiny gene eggs, and Suicune was 2,630 resets, with a total of 25,325 total encounters, resets, etc. So, overall thoughts. Has it changed my opinion of Gen 2? At the start of this quest, I spoke about how I don't really have a lot of memories of Gen 2, no like core memories, because it's not really the generation I personally grew up with, even though I did play the games as a kid. Definitely, yeah, I don't think my opinions on the story have changed much. I still think it's pretty bare bones, but I have especially come to really appreciate the sprites, not even just the shiny sprites, but just the sprites of the Pokemon altogether, especially on the Analog Pocket with that screen. The pixel perfect graphics and the Super Bowl colors really show how underappreciated these early generation sprites actually are. So that's probably my biggest takeaway, and I've definitely gained like just a lot of love for Gen 2 overall in terms of the art presentation, the music, the generation of Pokemon as a whole. I just really wish that Crystal had more Generation 2 Pokemon available before the post game, because that was something they changed in Crystal compared to Silver and Gold. I did notice, especially compared to the Sword and the Omega Ruby quest, that this series has been especially popular. I guess just because at the moment, due to the 30th anniversary, there's a lot of hype around Gen 1, Gen 2, those early gens. And a lot of my audience are kind of like boomers who were like big Gen 1ers, big Gen 2ers. A lot of my mates are like big Gen 2, Gen 3 fans. So it makes sense as to why this quest would do so well and be so popular. And I don't really see that many Gen 2 shiny hunt videos. Obviously there's a lot out there, but I don't personally see as many nowadays as you do kind of, if you go back, you see quite a lot of them in the past few years. But I think that's probably for a reason. And that's just because shiny hunting in this game, and this is just my biggest complaint, is it's so slow. And because the RNG is not like true RNG, we don't even really truly understand how it works. It can just be like just so demoralizing and so confusing to hunt in this generation. It has some amazing hunting techniques, like, you know, the odd egg, the shiny gene egg, some amazing ways to shiny hunt, but they're still so slow. It's such a slow generation. That's probably easily my biggest complaint of this quest, is just there's points where I didn't want to hunt because it was just so slow. And hunting sometimes on the Game Boys as well, especially at a desk, it's not exactly the most comfortable thing in the world. Like, especially in the Pokemon Sword quest, I loved hunting in that because it was just so chill. Even though my Switch Lite can't dock to my monitor, I could just put it on a stand, have my wireless controller, and just sit back, watch a video, shiny hunt in the background. I had a few people ask me, especially during the live stream at the end there, will I go back and do Kanto as a badge quest? I'll say maybe. I never like to just say no. Maybe. But for right now, I want to move away from Crystal. I want to move away from Gen 2 for a good while. I think another thing as well is this hunt, I mean, this is completely my own fault, is it just lacked like a bit of a theme. With the Omega Ruby quest, it was all about me learning to shiny hunt. This was my first shiny hunt series, me discovering all the different methods, me shiny hunting all these different Pokemon that I really wanted. It didn't really matter about what I was going for, it was about the different ways that I was hunting for them. And with Pokemon Sword, obviously each Pokemon that I hunted had some sort of a theme around it to do with British bands, and I also just found myself really loving hunting in Sword. Like, I really enjoyed it. And while I have, I have enjoyed doing Crystal, if I didn't like it, I'd have just stopped doing it halfway through. But yeah, it's definitely not been... I've not been as driven to hunt in it as I was with Omega Ruby or Sword. Let's just say that. But I have still got, a lot of memories with this. I think my biggest memory with the Crystal Quest is definitely EUIC this year, going with my friend Rob and obviously with my brother Adam. It was just such a great time just to hang out with Rob, because I never get to hang out with my friends. Everyone's got their own lives, some of my friends have children and stuff. It's hard to hang out sometimes. And just to get like a full weekend just to hang out and just chill out, it was just great. I loved it. But yeah, overall, I would probably rank the Crystal Quest in terms of my enjoyability. I would rank it the lowest, but that's just from the shiny hunting aspect. That's just the shiny hunting aspect. But yeah, I haven't really got too much more to say, in all honesty. I think I've kind of said everything I want to say. I haven't got as much to wrap up as I did on something like the Sword Quest. I do just want to say a really big thank you to everyone who watches the channel and has watched this series from the beginning. Compared to where the channel was when this quest started and where we are now is just crazy. So thank you everyone again for the continued support. I'm glad that you've all really enjoyed the Crystal Quest. As I said earlier, seems like a lot of people have really enjoyed this one. Oh, I'm editing the video. I knew I'd forgotten something. Please subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you want to support the channel directly, consider becoming a channel member. It's only $1.99 a month. You get some exclusive channel benefits like emotes and your videos early and your name shouted out at the end of the video like these legends on screen right now. Thank you. But yeah, so usually at the end of these quests, I would tease the next quest. But the sad thing is that the next quest, I already know what I'm going to be doing. It's not a badge quest, but it is a quest, quote unquote. But I'm not going to be starting it until I leave for my trip to Japan at the beginning of November. So depending on how long the hunt takes, you might not even get the video until early 2027. So I'm not going to tease the hunt now. You'll just have to wait and see. I will put out a little announcement of like when the quest starts, so you'll know then like what the quest actually is. But for now, there's not going to be any more quest videos for, until at least the end of the year. And I'll also announce here as well, I am working on a really big video. It's 14 different shiny hunts in one video. That's all I can say. I've got no idea when it'll be out. I'm hoping before the end of the year. We'll see. But yeah, other than that, thank you very much for watching. I am going to say as well, usually at the end of these quests, I do a little montage, and this time it is no different. On the previous two quests, I used songs from Porter Robinson, who's like just one of my favourite artists ever. And I was going to do that this time around, but this time I would like to honour somebody. I want to get a bit deep, in all honesty. Recently, an artist that I have been listening to for a long time, Oliver Tree, passed away in just a horrible, tragic accident. Really sucked and really shocked me. I've been listening to Oliver Tree since like 2017, not to sound like a hipster, but I was listening to him before he got popular. Most people will probably know his songs like Miss You or Life Goes On. They went massive during 2020 on social media. After his first album, I never felt like he was able to top it. I always felt like his music afterwards wasn't great. I always really respected him because I just have a huge admiration and respect for people who just do not care what other people think and just do what they want and do what they're passionate about. And just, if people don't like it, sod 'em, basically. And I really respect people like that who just do not, pardon my French, but who do not give a f and just do what they want to do because that's what they love. And that's how I try to live my life. I just do what I want to do because I enjoy it, and that's how you should live your life. And if someone tells you that you're wrong for living your life a certain way or doing something that you enjoy, as long as you're not hurting anyone, tell them to f off. It does not matter. So I really wanted to tribute Oliver Tree at the end of this video by using one of his songs from his latest album that I think really kind of sums up how a lot of us deep in the Pokemon community and just the gaming community as a whole really feel about this hobby. So yeah, I shall leave you with that. Thank you again for watching as always, and yeah, rest in peace Oliver Tree. GG's peeps. Enjoy the montage.
When I'm filled up with fear, I really need you here. When I'm so fucking lost, you always say my spot. When I'm hurting deep down, you pick me off the ground. I'm screaming, I need you right now. I don't need anybody, you are my only friend, the only one who matters. Everyone else is good as dead. To me, you're the only thing I need. I don't need anybody, you are my only friend. Without knowing it was only me, people are fake and phony. Without knowing you have shown me, you make my life much less lonely. I don't need anybody, you are my only friend, the only one who matters. Everyone else is good as dead. To me, you're the only thing I need. I don't need anybody, you are my only friend. I like it the way people act so fake. Why do they lie straight up to my face? I just say no thanks while I walk away. People fill my heart with so much shade. I get mad a lot, people piss me off. They don't ever admit when they're wrong. I would love to talk to you all night long in an empty world where they are gone. I don't need anybody, you are my only friend, the only one who matters. Everyone else is good as dead. To me, you're the only thing I need. I don't need anybody, you are my only friend. When I'm filled up with fear, I really need you here. When I'm so fucking lost, you always say my spot. When I'm hurting deep down, you pick me off the ground. I'm screaming, I need you right now. I don't need anybody, you are my only friend, the only one who matters. Everyone else is good as dead. To me, you're the only thing I need. I don't need anybody, you are my only friend.
Last thing I'll say is, if you have a dream, if you want to do something with your life, go do that shit. Don't wait for anyone's permission. Don't wait around on the sidelines while someone else does it. You can make it. You don't need a budget. You don't need a studio. You don't need any of this shit. Just go make your dreams come to life with just raw emotion and time and energy and love, and put a little bit of some insanity into it, and enjoy your freaking time here on this planet, because it's short and limited. Tomorrow is not promised, so make it today.